How do you solve a problem like the student loan debt crisis? What is the sound of someone pronouncing this word correctly? Does it rhyme with guitar or butter? Where are my keys? These are the kinds of questions student loan debt holders like me are asking our elected officials, journalists, and virtual assistants. Unfortunately, the unsatisfactory answers have only left us feeling hopeless, confused, and in constant ridiculous apology mode for cursing at Siri or Alexa. Hey Siri, where are my keys?
Your iPhone is not available. Check that it's powered on, and its software is up to date.
Siri, you shit-for-brains know-it-all. Oh, they're in my pocket. Sorry, Siri. But let's forget about my keys for a moment to focus on the first question. And before we answer it, let's put it into perspective by asking another question. Just how big a problem is student loan debt in America? According to the U.S. Federal Reserve, outstanding U.S. student loan debt reached $1.7 trillion at the end of 2020. That number is so gigantic that most people cannot possibly imagine how gigantic it is. So let's put that into perspective by talking about it in terms that everyone can understand. Olympic-sized swimming pools. The internet tells us that $1 trillion in $100 bills would fill 4.5 Olympic-sized swimming pools. Now, if we take the current $1.7 trillion in student loan debt and round it up to $2 trillion, and why not, it'll probably get there eventually, we are looking at 9 Olympic-sized swimming pools filled with $100 bills. A totally comprehensible image and a sensible way to think about colossal sums of money. Of course, because we're talking about student loan debt, those 9 Olympic-sized swimming pools are completely empty. So the question is, how do we fill those pools? Do we find a magical pool boy with a magic hose that magically squirts out $100 bills? Easier said than done. Here are some ideas that have been proposed thus far. 1. Do nothing. Continue along the current path. 2. Cancel all student debt. 3. Cancel up to $50,000 of student loan debt per borrower. Now, doing nothing is always an option, and sometimes it's a good one, but it's not the best option in this case. We need people to buy cars and homes as well as start families and enjoy their lives for the good of society and the economy. Those purchases and endeavors often get delayed or abandoned completely when student loan debts need to be repaid. Regarding the cancellation of all student debt, or a large portion of it, we might have more luck finding that pool boy with the magic money hose. It's clear then that more ideas are needed to solve this problem. And wouldn't you know it, I've got some ideas. 1. Spread the debt evenly among America's top 1%. They can afford to pay it. They have a combined net worth of more than $34 trillion, according to Federal Reserve data from 2020. Of course, they'll be the first to tell you that they didn't get rich by giving away swimming pools full of money. So they might not be very keen to relieve student borrowers of their debt. Cheapskates. 2. Spread the debt evenly among all Americans. $1.7 trillion divided by 330 million is around $5,150. It's not easy to get Americans to agree on anything, but convincing them that contributing $5,150 to eradicate student loan debt is somehow in their best interests would still be easier than getting them to agree on common-sense gun legislation. In fact, maybe we could just tell Americans the money is going towards whichever cause they support the most, and then use it to pay the student loan debt. Deception may not be the best policy, but hey, it's still a policy. 3. Spread the debt evenly among everyone on the planet. The United States enjoys a peaceful, cozy, friendly relationship with all nations and peoples of the world, and the assistance of our foreign friends would really lighten the load on the American people. $1.7 trillion divided by $7.8 billion is approximately $218. Now, who on earth doesn't have that lying around or just stuck in the couch cushions? The good-hearted people of the world will surely be chomping at the bit to provide a couple of $100s to transform the lives of America's student loan borrowers. After all, America has given the world so much. McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, the list goes on and on. The world will come to our aid, without a doubt. 4. Spread the debt evenly among all human and alien life forms. In case the world doesn't come to our aid, we can always explore new frontiers beyond planet Earth in search of financial rescue. We come in debt, we can say, when greeting our alien friends, and then we'll explain to them how annually increasing tuition costs in the United States and reduced state spending on higher education, coupled with choice of degree and relaxed attitudes towards borrowing, have snowballed into an unmanageable student loan debt crisis that has left the American dream unattainable for a large percentage of the people. Upon hearing this news, the aliens will either agree to help us, or they'll attempt to obliterate the human race from Earth and claim the planet for themselves. 5. Enlist the Rock to lead the war against the aliens and preserve the human race. In the very likely event that the aliens try to kill us all and steal our precious planet rather than terminate our student loan debt, we'll need a strong, charismatic, and capable leader to protect us from harm. He can't do it alone, but who could possibly build and lead a team of intergalactic soldiers to combat alien life forces hell-bent on wiping out the entire human race better than The Rock? And after he's successful, we're practically guaranteed to find some sort of incredibly valuable extraterrestrial energy source that we can then use to pay off whatever remains of the student loan debt. Problem solved. Okay, America, those are the options. Start mulling them over, but don't wait too long to act. We've got some Olympic-sized swimming pools to fill, and the fate of the world depends on it.